Good evening, barflies and lounge lizards, and welcome to the Wacky World Book Club. And tonight we'll be talking about The Mechanical Messiah and Other Marvels of the Modern Age by Robert Rankin. Let me tell you about Mr. Rankin. I read his Armageddon trilogy, at least that's what I call it, years back, and I was extremely impressed. I liked those books a lot. So much so that I even incorporated Robert Rankin references in some of the Vampstar lyrics back years ago. I mean, I liked it that much, but for whatever reason, I just kind of stopped there, got sidetracked, and just didn't dig any deeper into his bibliography. Earlier in the summer, I decided, heck, I'm going to do that. I'm going to look deeper into Mr. Rankin's bibliography. And wow, is it vast? I didn't even know where to start into this master of, as he calls it, far-fetched fiction. So I did some research, and I read about this book here, and it said it had a talking monkey and Martians. Indirectly. That was enough for me. I like monkeys, especially like talking monkeys, and I write about Martians myself, so it's kind of a no-brainer. And I made the right decision. And what Mechanical Messiah is very hard to explain, but at its core, it's kind of a mystery story. But let me tell you about the world in which it takes place. This takes place in 1897, but it's in 1897 where the H.G. Wells novel War of the Worlds was a true story, had actually happened, and this is 12 years after the fact. So now we have kind of a steampunk-esque London where the British have harvested up the Martian technology, back engineered a lot of it, even to the point that they went to Mars and finished off the Martians to do what they were doing to us here. They took them out there. That's not in this book, it's all backstory that's talked about. So there are no actual Martians in the book, but that's the world in which it takes place. And this book, it has quite the cast of characters, but kind of the main star is Mr. Cameron Bell, who is the real-life inspiration for Sherlock Holmes. So we have kind of a super detective, but Mr. Bell's not quite as suave and debonair as Sherlock Holmes was. He's just a really good detective. Well, we have a music hall, the Electric Alhambra, and the main headliners of the night just keep exploding, as main headliners are wont to do, and Mr. Bell is called on the case. And as I said, it's kind of a mystery story at its core, but it goes so much deeper and so much more wonderfully bizarre than that. And it's very much a comedic tale, so it's kind of a comedic mystery. But as I said, I mean, it goes into, there's magic, there's Alice in Wonderland references, there's space travel, there's robots, there's the aforementioned talking monkey. I mean, this is just a fun, wacky, wild, weird kind of book. There's a lot of great real-world references in this too. Matter of fact, Aleister Crowley is a recurring character within the novel. So it's got a lot of unique, interesting little factors that make it really stand out. I highly recommend this one, especially if you're into the kind of steampunk stuff, if you're into very kind of light-hearted, wacky stuff, and just if you just like good original writing. I've seen in some reviews people complaining that this book would be too British for Western readers to really follow. I didn't find that to be the case though. I mean, there was a couple of words, Britishy slang, I had to look up, but other than that, I thought it was quite amusing. And I really don't want to say much more about it because I don't want to spoil anything or give anything away, like what the deal is with the Mechanical Messiah or the Talking Monkey, who just happens to be my favorite character in the book. Highly recommended. So please like, comment, subscribe, and keep it wacky.
Wow.